We hear so many things about how we should live our lives today. So many people telling us so many things in so many different ways. Very often what they say is not part of our own experience, is nothing that we can know for sure to be true. Many of these things are told to us by people who are highly credible. Sometimes they are referring to ancient texts. Sometimes they are repeating someone else's words or theories. Sometimes they say they are receiving messages from higher sources. Sometimes they have experiences that they believe are spiritual revelations. But this may not be our own experience. So how can we know what is true as an experience we know is our own? How can we know what these things mean to us? How can we know what to do? How can we know when we should do what we do not know whether we should do? Where is the path that will take us through this time to who knows what or when or where? How do we help others who may ask for our hand along the way? From where and when comes our help? We may desire to know for ourselves, to have a point of certainty within our own experience, our own knowledge, our own understanding, to have an inner knowingness of what is really true, of what is really happening around us at this time, of what it is that we must really do. And for this we look within. But where? We look to see what is really true for us, what is definitely part of our own experience, our own understanding, that which rings true for us, that works for us, that takes us to our highest state of knowingness within ourselves, that which takes us to our highest state of being in our own experience, that which we know to be good. And for most of us, that thing, that energy, that gift, that sense of sure direction, that which feels so good, so right, so constant, so enduring, is what we feel as love. That feeling of love within us, which arises sometimes as a thought but always as a feeling which seems to be centered in our breast, and even has us tingling in every cell of every part of our body sometimes, is the one part of ourselves which seems genuinely to be ours, is something indisputably ours, is something we don't need to be told about, but something which we know is part of our own experience, is the one thing which we can be sure is true, is of our highest experience, our highest state of grace. We need no one to tell us that our love is the source and goal of everything that we desire to have and to give, to share. That if the world be filled with love, it would be a world transformed into a place we would ask no more of. A place of love, light, harmony, peace, togetherness, respect. A place where we would recognize at last who we really are. Beings of love, who are part of a universe of love, all at one with everything. And this love of which I speak has no conditions to it. It has no limits. It flows everywhere, to everyone and everything. It is unconditional in every sense. It is a love we can feel equally for everyone and everything, no matter who or what, no matter why. It is a love we receive for reasons we do not need to ask about, for unconditional love is not limited by any reason, place, nor time. It is love which is universal in its presence and in its grace. It is one thing that never changes in a world where change is everything. It is one thing which we experience and know to be ours forever, for eternity, and whoever we are, wherever we are, whatever we do, it is our staff and our guide on our journey. We have no need for fear nor wondering. We have no need to know everything that is going on in our world and the universe at this time nor any other. For the universe has its own journey, and what guides it on its journey is love for itself and its own creation, which is everything, that love being unconditional. Unconditional love is not just a state of being and a state of grace for ourselves, but also for everything, from the wholeness of the universe to the smallest part of the smallest atom in creation. Unconditional love is that energy which holds the whole of creation together, which orchestrates the whole, which flows from the source into every part of creation and back again. And we are part of that. So when we are living in a state of unconditional love for everyone and everything, whatever is happening around us and in ourselves at the present time, however unprecedented it is, however much change it will bring, however much it will affect us, wherever it will take us, we can be sure of one thing, that it is right, that the whole of life, in a state of unconditional love for itself, knows what it is doing, and it is, as far as we need be concerned, good, in the sense of being positive and right and timely. So all that we need at this time and any other is unconditional love. We need concern ourselves with little else. Unconditional love is our staff and our guide for our journey. It will take us to where we want to go. It will serve others as staff and guide on their way. It is the one thing which we can safely assure ourselves and others of. All we need is unconditional love. So let's live our lives in a state of unconditional love. Let's be aware of that feeling in our breast which lets us say to anyone and anything, in any circumstance or situation, with assurance, with honesty, with integrity, with grace, and with dignity, I love you. I love you no matter what, no matter why. I shall always love you. This feeling inside me will never change. It will be with me forever. Worlds may change, but this love I feel for you will never change. Let me say again, I love you. And you know that this is true, for unconditional love sits deeply and securely within you. It is who you are. It is your inner state of being. It is who and what you will always be. And unconditional love is really all you need.